I want to make a difference, and I know I've got to go out of my comfort zone to do that sometimes.
I like to read, I like to create art through photography, through drawing, just any way to be able to produce art, really.
When I was a kid, my sister Rachel would draw me Pokemon for like my birthday and stuff, and like My Little Pony. I always liked that a lot, so I wanted to draw like she could, and now I draw and she doesn't.
Tell myself to put myself first. Yeah, that's what I do. Don't try and make other people happy, you need to come first.
What happened during COVID was obviously a lot of artists, well, jobs, all that sort of stuff. So a guy called Peter McAdams had created this Art Stops sort of initiative, and a lot of people ended up, professional artists, put artwork in bus stops. It's a bit of a tour, and from then on I think it was about 25 art stops we were allowed to submit. So Billy, Hannah and Poppy were part of the first art stop set, and I think we're on round 3 now. So we've just sort of continued it because it just got so much engagement. The kids really enjoyed it, and it got across like so many positive messages as well.
A sunflower with positive words around it.
Oh my god!
Well, the sunflower it symbolises happiness, and I thought, well, I wanted to create a message in my bus stop piece, so I put a sunflower in the middle of a gold circle and I put positive words around it, and I think really I just wanted to create a message about positivity, really.
It was just how I did and how I do choose to occupy my time. And it's like, I always feel like art is the foundation through which I see everything now. I have autism, and I never really, other people didn't really like me very much. So, and I never really fit in, so I was just like, I'll just make something where I fit in.
In my first ever carers, I felt pretty much on my own. I know I had social workers and other professionals, but I didn't have the relationship with them. Like, I probably met them twice, max. I think at the start as well, I was blaming myself while I was there because I wasn't explaining anything, why I was there, why I was moving. So I just thought, I moved to my grandparents, that was fine. But then when I moved away from my grandparents, I thought it must be me, because my mum and dad are still living at home, for as far as I know. My grandparents are still living at home. It's only me that's moved. So I thought that it must be because of me, so I need to be taken away.
I was very much learning about feminism. I felt very strongly about, I still do feel strongly about it, but this is my way of just kind of letting that out. In this artwork, does not conform to female or male gender stereotypes that built the foundation of society. However, the piece is a declaration to to break these foundations as the best thing inside men is their femininity, and vice versa, their masculinity in women. My involvement with investing in children originally started with me going to the Children Care Council. That's 5 years ago now. I was shy when I first started, kind of overwhelmed with all the personalities in the room. There's no judgment, and you can just express yourself. You've got that safe space to kind of let your hair down, be free and be yourself. I mean, the turnover of social workers or the amount of adults you have in your life or come through your life is unreal. Like, you'll have a new social worker almost every week and you'll just feel quite overwhelmed. So coming to the archive, seeing the same faces every week helps us.
I think it's essential to just, not only just to get better at what you do, because like the art cafe and stuff, you're improving on art and it's just that dedicated time to do art, but to people around you, like you could do art at home around just music or just kind of chill out and get better that way. But I think just meeting the people and having them connections, and just, I think a lot of the times in a few of these groups, people just want to kind of come and have a chat and have a laugh, that type of thing. So I think Artcast's half about making art and half about making them connections.
To me, this is the thing that's kept me on track to be a functioning member of society. Like, I really struggled when I first came into the system 14 years ago. I couldn't express what was wrong with me. I couldn't tell people how much I was struggling, but I would sit and like do my art and take my photos and then write my poetry, which is another form of art, and that's the way I've been able to cope with these emotions and get them out in a safe environment. And I feel like it's helped me become the young woman I am, and being able to show other people that it's not the end of the road. You're able to get further in life.
When you left me, that's when my field of crimson turned to a black. We used to stand in the field where the sun shone and the bees hummed. But now you're gone, it doesn't look the same. The poppies have turned a black ashy colour and the bees have stopped buzzing. But the sun still shines like it's hoping you would come back, hoping that you would find me in this world we made. I would sit for hours reading the stories we wrote together, trying to piece our memories back. But no matter how much I look, there was always one piece of the jigsaw missing. You used to be there, always beaming down on me, raising me from the ground, helping me find my roots. You made me feel warm and happy. The days we were together, we would be inseparable. Me plus you plus me, mother and daughter forever and always. However, the days grew darker and soon the cloud came. Thunder and rain drowning our place, the water growing higher and higher until it was hard to swim. I had no energy to fight. He was darkness. I could see it from the start, but you were blinded by your own light. He was a storm about to stir, the one to end me and you. We grew distant. I was so down, the lowest I'd ever been, until a new kind of light hit me, a new sense of belonging. I followed the new feeling. It was warm with comfort and it wanted me. It led me across the highest mountains and out of the deepest valleys. It stuck with me through everything, not like you. It made me feel at home. It gave me a sense of relief. It took me to a shore and a beach. There is where it stopped, and it was here it rested. That's when I knew this was my place. This is where I would find them, the people who cared, the people who stay.
When I finish the work I do, I'm still happy and I don't feel drained. So obviously I go through days where like you feel a bit demotivated, or you feel a bit like I don't want to do that today. but I feel like that's normal. But at the end of the week, I'll be like, I'm happy that I've done that work this week, especially the work I do with children's and stuff, because that's the most I'm passionate about.
Took a picture saying, oh, I like my art on a bus stop, and people on my social media were kind of like just shocked the fact that like someone like myself could have something, I don't know, just something that I've created up on a bus stop for the public to see.
I was really happy about it. It was like when I got told, I just started like jumping up, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy, because I was like really excited.
I like that about art, because you might, like, people think differently, and I like that about art because it brings people together who wouldn't normally be brought together.
Beauty, what are you? I mean, I can always see you within others. Beauty, I can see the way their eyes light up when they smile, how beautiful they are inside and out. Yet why from a child is it seen as wrong to feel good? Yet why can you never feel beautiful in your own skin? Society needs to change. Some hide behind makeup, others baggy clothes. Why aren't we comfortable in our own skin? Why are comments made like, you should have some meat on your bones, or are you sure you should be eating that? So many may struggle, not liking themselves, feeling like they need to go and change. It is so hard to change though. Our bodies are beautiful, strong, we can't see it. What needs to change is us, our own minds. We must learn to see our beauty. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, is it not? Why is it impossible to change our own views of ourselves? For us to see ourselves as beautiful, though everyone else we see is gorgeous.
I think with art, I focus more on the things that like make me happy than like any sort of like deeper meaning or anything. I'm gonna do a course in September for digital creative media, which is basically like a video games course where like you do everything that goes into making video games, and concept art is one of them. So I think after the initial year where you do everything, I'd probably specialise in concept art for video games.
Saw an advert for Beamish on Facebook and I applied. I got an interview from 160 people and then got the job, which was, it's unreal. I just sit and talk to people all day, listen to their stories. Oh, I remember this, because I work in the 50s town, so I have people come in like every day going, oh, I remember making the paper sticks, I got pocket money for that, or we had those in our house, the flying ducks up the wall, and it's just, I love it, I do love my job.
It makes me feel happy that I can show other people the stories, like the stories that come out of this art, and I feel like everyone deserves the chance to see art.
If you're sat at a bus stop, or you're looking across the road at a bus stop and you see two people, one's care experience, one's not, you would not be able to tell the difference. So why get judged because you care experience just because someone knows that? So like at school, when I told my friends about it, and then eventually like things happen at school, so eventually everyone knows. Some people then judge me for it, but I don't get why, because it didn't really mean much. It was just I didn't live with my parents, which, if anything, they should just feel sorry for us, not, you know what I mean, not judge us and ask us all these questions and like kind of take the mick out of us and stuff.
Everyone can be creative. It don't have to be able to draw, you don't have to be able to take a good picture, you don't have to be able to paint. Anyone can be creative, and I think as we're moving forward into a modern society, that's kind of the message that should be taken forward.